Have you ever woken up, looked in the mirror, and quietly thought, how did I get here so fast? One moment, you're chasing kids around the house. The next, you're wondering why your legs feel heavier than they used to, or why you're suddenly out of breath after just a short walk. It's not just you, and it's not just age. It's something deeper, something that many people don't talk about until it's too late. You see, after 75, nearly 99% of deaths come down to just 5 core reasons. That's right, 5. And here's the part no one tells you. Most of them are preventable, or at least manageable if you act early and smart. In this video, we're going to walk through those 5 big reasons, one by one, and show you exactly what you can do today to protect yourself. You don't need fancy equipment, expensive medications, or some miracle supplement from a late-night commercial. Just simple, practical steps that fit into your everyday life. So grab your tea, take a deep breath, and let's start building a stronger, longer, healthier life together. Let's start with the first major cause: heart disease, the silent dominator. It's the #1 cause of death worldwide, and after 75, it becomes even more dangerous. But it doesn't always arrive with chest pain or dramatic warning signs. Sometimes it's as subtle as fatigue, shortness of breath, or swelling in the legs. It's a quiet thief, and it sneaks up if we're not paying attention. But here's the good news: your heart is a muscle. And like any muscle, it responds to how you treat it. You don't need to run marathons to keep it strong. Just 20 to 30 minutes of light movement daily, even walking around the house, gardening, or stretching, can help strengthen circulation and lower your risk. Another small but powerful change? Watch the salt. Too much sodium sneaks into our diets through packaged foods, canned soups, and even healthy-looking snacks. Start reading labels. Choose low-sodium alternatives when possible. Your heart will thank you. And don't overlook the power of deep breathing. Studies show that slow, mindful breathing, just 5 minutes a day, can lower blood pressure and reduce heart strain. Simple, free, effective. Now, let's move to the second major reason: falls, the sudden life changer. Most people think of falling as a small risk, but after 75, a fall can change your entire life. A broken hip, a concussion, a sudden hospitalization that leads to months of recovery or worse. And here's the most surprising part: falls don't just come from weak legs, they come from poor balance and slow reaction times. That's why prevention starts with awareness and routine. Start with something as simple as this. Stand near a counter and lift one foot off the ground for 10 seconds. Then switch. Try this daily. It strengthens your core, sharpens your balance, and builds muscle memory. Also, look around your home. Are there loose rugs? Cluttered walkways? Poor lighting in the hallway? Small changes like installing night lights, securing rugs, and using non-slip bathroom mats can massively reduce your risk of falling. And don't be ashamed to use a cane or walker if you need one. They're not a sign of weakness, they're a sign of wisdom. The smartest people use tools that help them stay safe and independent. Let's move forward. Chronic respiratory diseases, the hidden threat. We often think of breathing issues as something we just learn to live with. But shortness of breath, frequent coughing, or chest tightness aren't just part of aging. They can be signs of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, or other lung-related problems. One of the most powerful things you can do, even at 75 or older, is train your lungs. Try what's called pursed lip breathing. Inhale slowly through your nose, then exhale gently through pursed lips, as if you're blowing through a straw. Do this for a few minutes every day. It improves oxygen flow and reduces shortness of breath over time. And while we're talking breathing, open your windows daily if the air is clean, or use an air purifier indoors. Your lungs crave clean air, especially as they age. Also, don't hesitate to speak with your doctor about lung function testing. It's fast, simple, and can help catch issues early. Now that we've addressed your heart, your balance, and your breath, we're already ahead of the curve. But there's more you deserve to know. Next, we'll dive into 2 more silent killers and how to stop them before they control your health. If you enjoy this type of content, let me know in the comments, and don't hesitate to like and subscribe so you don't miss anything. We're building a space here where aging means thriving, not just surviving. Let's keep going. We talked about heart health, balance, and breathing. But there's another hidden threat that creeps in quietly and affects nearly every part of the body after 75. Diabetes, the silent drainer of energy and vitality. Here's what's tricky about diabetes. It doesn't always make a big scene. Sometimes it shows up as blurry vision, frequent urination, or even just feeling tired all the time. Many older adults write these off as normal aging. But the truth is, your blood sugar might be draining your energy, damaging your nerves, and weakening your immune system without you even realizing it. But you're not powerless. In fact, your daily habits make a huge difference. Let's start with the first step: breakfast. A heavy, sugary breakfast can spike your blood sugar and leave you crashing by mid-morning. But a balanced breakfast with protein and fiber, like eggs with whole grain toast or oatmeal with chia seeds and a few berries, can help stabilize your energy for hours. Next, move a little after meals. Just 10 minutes of walking or stretching after you eat helps your body use blood sugar more efficiently. It's a tiny effort with a huge payoff. And when you snack, think color. Bright vegetables like carrots, bell peppers, and cucumbers are not only full of nutrients, but they also help slow down sugar absorption. Pair them with a handful of nuts or a spoonful of yogurt and you've got a powerhouse snack. Oh, and this is a big one. Don't skip your doctor visits. Many seniors avoid blood tests because they're afraid of what they might find. But knowing your numbers is how you stay in control, not the other way around. Let's keep moving. Cognitive decline, the fear that lives in the background. We all forget names sometimes, or misplace the remote. But when memory slips start happening more often, or when problem-solving feels slower, it can cause quiet worry. Here's the hopeful truth. Your brain is like a garden, and what you feed it, how you use it, and how you care for it matters, especially now. Want a simple way to keep your mind sharp? Start with routine brain challenges. You don't need crossword puzzles or chess tournaments, though those are great too. Even just using your non-dominant hand to brush your teeth, learning a few words in another language, or memorizing a short poem every week can stimulate your brain in powerful ways. And don't forget about conversation. Talking with others, especially people of different ages, forces your brain to stay active. Call a grandchild, chat with a neighbor, join a book club or a local walking group. Staying socially engaged is one of the strongest protections against cognitive decline. Food also matters here. Omega-3 fats, like those found in walnuts, flax seeds, or sardines, have been shown to support brain health. Hydration, too. The brain is over 70% water. Even mild dehydration can fog your thinking. Here's a habit that works wonders. Before bed, write down 3 things that happened during your day. It can be simple: I watered the plants. I talked to Susan. I made soup. This not only reinforces memory, it gives your brain a sense of closure and purpose. Let's take a breath together. We've covered some heavy topics, but I want you to know something. You are not fragile. You are adaptable. Your body and mind respond to care, attention, and effort at any age. The idea that it's too late to change is one of the biggest lies we're told after 70. But I've seen people in their 80s completely transform their health with tiny, consistent changes. In a moment, we'll move into our final point. One that ties everything together and impacts nearly every other aspect of your health. But before we get there, I want to leave you with this simple truth: you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be persistent. Progress over perfection. Action over excuses. Next, we'll talk about the final, often overlooked reason behind so many preventable deaths after 75 and what you can start doing right now to protect yourself. We've covered some of the biggest culprits behind declining health after 75: heart issues, falls, lung problems, diabetes, and cognitive decline. But there's one more silent force that often slips under the radar. Loneliness, the invisible illness that affects the body like a disease. You might be wondering, really? Loneliness? That's not a medical condition. But here's what most people don't realize: chronic loneliness has the same effect on your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It raises your blood pressure, increases inflammation, disrupts your sleep, weakens your immune system, and can literally shorten your life. And the hardest part? You don't have to live alone to feel it. You can be surrounded by people, family, caregivers, even neighbors, and still feel emotionally disconnected. What your mind and body crave is real connection, meaningful moments, feeling seen, heard, and valued. So, what can you do? Start small. Initiate one meaningful interaction a day. Call a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Compliment someone at the store. Join a local group, even if it's just to listen at first. And don't wait for others to reach out. Many people, especially younger ones, are so used to seeing seniors as the wise ones that they forget you might need encouragement, too. Show them your humanity. Ask for help. Offer stories. Invite them in. Here's a tip that works wonders: find a role. Not just something to fill your time, but something that makes you feel needed. Mentor someone. Volunteer once a week. Start a small hobby group. Even watching your grandchild after school can create a rhythm of joy and purpose in your week. Also, never underestimate the power of touch. A gentle hug, a handshake, a pat on the back, these little gestures lower cortisol and boost oxytocin, the hormone of connection. Even something as simple as petting a dog or cat daily can shift your brain chemistry in a positive direction. And finally, remember this: loneliness doesn't mean you're weak or broken. It just means you're human. We were built for connection, and there's absolutely no shame in craving it, even at 80, 90, or beyond. Now, before we wrap up, I want you to pause with me. Take one deep breath. Feel your feet grounded, and acknowledge something powerful. You're still here. You have time. You have choices. You have influence. It's never too late to start protecting your health. Not through massive change, but through small, thoughtful daily habits. The kind that build strength over time, restore your energy, and reconnect you with what matters most. So, whether you begin by drinking one more glass of water a day, walking around the block after breakfast, calling your granddaughter, or learning to breathe more deeply, it all counts. It all adds up. Here's a truth I hope you never forget. Aging is not a downhill slope, it's a stage. And how you move through it is up to you. You don't have to fear the statistics. You don't have to accept the decline. You can choose to be a strong, joyful, vibrant version of yourself, no matter your age. Thank you for your kind attention, subscribe, and take care of yourself. Here's to living your best life at any age.